taller, and with that has a gigantic 10-inch reach advantage. Setting the table tonight is Joe Martinez.
From Ignacio Nelson here in Brasilia, Brazil. Fight fans, a very good evening and welcome to UFC Fight Night, Lee versus Oliveira. And we are set to go with this action, 3-round schedule in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 9 inches tall. Weighing in at the bantamweight limit, 136 pounds. In 3 professional fights, she stands perfect with 3 victories and no defeats. Here's the undefeated bantamweight fighting out of Stockholm, Sweden, Bea Malecki. And across the octagon, her opponent fighting out of the red corner. Also a mixed martial artist, she stands 5 feet 4 inches tall. Official weight, 135 1/2 pounds. In 10 professional fights, her record, 6 victories, 3 defeats, and 1 draw. Fighting out of Paris, France, by way of Caracas, Venezuela, here is Veronica Macedo. And your referee in charge of the action, Mike Beltran.
Mike Beltran with the beard tucked in tonight as we are set to get started in the first of 12 fights. Bea Malecki plus 140 as the underdog with the 10-inch reach advantage. That woman, Veronica Macedo, minus 170 as the favorite. We're underway here in Brasilia, Brazil on ESPN, simulcast on ESPN+. And some combinations to start the night for Macedo.
Well, straight away you can see the size differential. But Macedo doing the right thing there. When you're the shorter person, you want to get on the inside. Oh, a nice left right there lands.
And you see the movement of Macedo throwing strikes while backing up.
Yeah, moving really well, circling the octagon, closing the distance fast, landing good strikes. Malecki yet to throw anything, really.
Kick comes up top for Macedo that time, despite being so much shorter. And now she goes into the clinch.
And Macedo coming out really strong here. Oh, big right hand. Excellent circular movement. When you're moving like that, it makes it very hard for your opponent. As you can see the length on the legs of Malecki. You know, if you stand in front of her, she can pick you apart with those long legs all day. But Macedo moving the way that she is and having her own kicks as well, that's the perfect thing to do.
Mentioned Malecki as a member of the Swedish national Muay Thai team and a world champion in that discipline. Veronica Macedo grew up practicing in Taekwondo, became a 5-time USA national champion as a youth in Taekwondo. They come together again with some heavy strikes.
Oh!
And another one landed with the right hand from Macedo.
Big wild right hand over the top from Macedo.
90 seconds in here.
Malecki's got to get busier. She threw a nice right hand before that connected, but she's definitely throwing with less output than Macedo. And Macedo, for the most part, nearly everything that she's throwing is landing.
Up top again, that kick was blocked by Malecki, who fires back.
5-inch height disadvantage, not a problem for Macedo. Whoa!
More big swings from Macedo.
I'd say that's dangerous when she lets those hands go like that. Malecki's got to start using the jab. She's just standing right in front of her, trying to walk her down. She's the taller girl, she's the longer girl. She's got to use that jab.
Malecki looking to find a home with that right hand. And did so a couple of times in that exchange. And now, again, trying to track down Macedo as she continues moving. We're about halfway through the first round.
Yeah, Malecki doing a good job. She kind of cuts off the cage. She forces Macedo back to the octagon, but then she doesn't make her pay for it. And Macedo's got beautiful lateral movement, side to side, circling the octagon. But you see those hands and the kicks, but when she lets them go, man, they are dangerous.
Macedo to the seat of her pants for just a moment after slipping, throwing those high kicks on somebody who's so much taller. For Macedo, she's competed in this bantamweight division before, but spent the middle 2 fights of her UFC career, her last 3 fights of her UFC career in the 125-pound division at flyweight.
Macedo is looking for the knockout with every single shot, and I love it. She's swinging that right hand like crazy.
Win by knockout for each of these fighters in their careers. Macedo starts the combination with a kick.
Yeah, Macedo doing a great job of mixing things up, not being predictable. And for the most part, that's all Malecki's done. She throws that straight front kick. A couple of punches here and there, but by far Macedo has been the busier. Right hand landed there for Malecki. And a left for Macedo.
Front kick lands for Malecki. Low kick that time. And Malecki, part of that season 28 cast of The Ultimate Fighter. Fought Leah Letts in that season. He became a UFC featherweight. 40 seconds to go here. Another body kick that time from Malecki.
Yeah, you see Veronica Macedo started to take some deep breaths now, but as I said before, she's trying to knock her out with every shot, so I'm not surprised. I'm sure she's in great shape, and once she gets back to her corner, she'll recover with the 60-second break. But as I said, she's looking a little out of breath, but she is still throwing, still trying to get that finish.
Nice counter right that time from Macedo, who continues to just dip and throw big shots. Coming up on the final 10 seconds here, round number 1. Right hand lands from Malecki. Macedo still throwing. Horns coming up, so is round number 2 after this.
Breathe. Listen to me right now. Did you come here to lose? No. No? What was that? What? It was bullshit. That was bullshit, Bea. If Coach was right here, if Coach was here right now, what would he say to you? Huh? You better light that fire in your ass right now. Right. Okay? We're in Brazil, and where does she live? She lives in Brazil. Okay? You have 10 more minutes. You have 10 more minutes, Bea. You gotta fight with some heart right now, okay?
Mentí, fintea más antes de pegar. Estás haciendo perfecto.
You're doing perfect.
Si te cansas, te jodes. Así sí.
Back and ready for round number 2 after a busy first 5 minutes for each of these fighters. Veronica Macedo threw a total of 111 strikes
and 115 already.
Yeah.
You know, look at this. Macedo is just on fire. You know, fantastic corner work as well in the corner of Malecki there. Said there was some colourful language which I won't repeat, but she said, listen, what was that? And to be honest, I agree. Malecki didn't throw much in that round. She's not using the jab. She didn't really come alive. And on the flip side, you've got Macedo, who is just looking like a killer here tonight, throwing everything but the kitchen sink, trying to knock her out with every single shot, mixing things up beautifully, but she made a mistake there.
So Macedo, who caught the kick there and pressed forward, and then it almost looked like she tried to pull guard there, Michael.
Stop, stand up, go.
And Malecki does not want to jump into the pool with Macedo.
You know, to be honest, that could have been her best chance there, because on the feet so far, it's Macedo that's in the driving seat.
Nice front kick landed for Malecki there.
That's what I'd like to see Malecki do more. Use that reach, use that range. She's obviously a lot taller. She has a longer reach. Use the jab. That is the most fundamental weapon in all of combat sports. It's the key to the door. It opens everything up. And when you got such a height and reach advantage like that, it's such an advantage for you in the fight. And she's not utilizing that to the best of her ability. But she is tough because Malecki has eaten a lot of shots and she's still walking her down. She's still in this fight. And on the flip side, Macedo, she is starting to slow down a little bit. You know, she's throwing with high volume, as you said, well over 100 strikes so far. And she's throwing with all of her power. And if she doesn't knock her out, that may cost her as this fight progresses.
Tie clinch there and a knee fired by Malecki, who's closed the distance in terms of strikes landed. Has not necessarily been the busier fighter, but unofficially right on the number of Veronica Macedo in terms of strikes landed. And now a takedown attempt here from Macedo.
And once again, this is the exact move what we saw when Malecki won her last fight against Duda Santana. Macedo's got to do something here. She's trying to come out the back door. There it is.
She's shown that flexibility before. And from a difficult position, Macedo gets herself out of it.
Stand up, let's go.
Mike Beltran quick to stand him up again.
Malecki must have very strong hips. In her last fight, that is the exact scenario what happened. And we see Malecki now throwing more frequently, throwing big right hands that are starting to find their target. And Macedo's starting to wilt a little bit.
Big right hand from Malecki.
She's starting to fade. Yeah, Macedo's just getting too sloppy here.
Well, it's halfway through the fight now. And another shot there from Macedo, unsuccessful. And Malecki staying busy on top. And speaking of similar situations, Malecki didn't have the greatest first round in her UFC debut, but she came back to finish it in the second, and she's looking to do so here. 2 minutes to work and dominant side control on the ground.
Yeah, Macedo needs to get a guard back here. Problem is Malecki's pretty high up on the body. She's nowhere near the hips, but she needs to get her left leg or get up like that. She's just exhausted right now. Macedo doesn't have much left. The referee's watching here. They're not heavy shots, but if you take enough of them, the referee will step in.
So Malecki now to her feet, lands a big right hand on the ground and pound.
The old stomp on the shin.
Macedo trying to take this into the grappling world.
If you look at Macedo, it's hard to believe that this is the lady that armbarred Poliana Viana. Right now, she's just exhausted. She's looking at a corner. She needs to get back up to her feet is what she needs to do.
Swings the legs around. Malecki thought about it. And she's still staying just busy enough for the moment. Now she'll stand him up. Ground strikes 24-1 after that barrage. But Macedo throws a haymaker with the left. And another. Under a minute to go, round two.
You know, Macedo's still dangerous. That right hand just connected. But for my money, there's 53 seconds left, and she is absolutely exhausted. Nice uppercut. She just needs to dance around a little bit, get her breath back, and then look for the finish in round three.
A smile and a shake of the head, meanwhile, from Malecki.
Well, Malecki can see it. She can sense that she's really tired, and she senses that she's taking over. Momentum is shifting in her favor.
Spinning back fist landed.
I'll tell you what, Malecki is tough. She did not even register that she just got spinning back fisted in the face.
Another shot there. Macedo's covering up here for a moment while she plots her next move. Meanwhile, Malecki staying busy with the shots. 10 seconds to go. Looking to land the big shot is Malecki. Back to the feet. Final seconds of round two. Round three's coming up.
Vamos a ver, sentate, descansa.
Deep breaths, deep breaths. Respira, respira, respira.
Breathe, breathe.
Toma el agua. Toma agua.
Here, drink water.
First be last. Okay? Be first, be last, okay? I want you to come out, and I want you to throw that jab right to the fucking body, okay? Right to the body. She is tired. Those body kicks are hurting her. You could have finished that round. Now you gotta fight 5 more minutes. So if you want that 5 more minutes, it's 1-1, baby. Okay, it's 1-1.
Yes.
We came here, we gotta finish the job, okay? Be first, be last.
Round three is brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of UFC. And you can see damage on the face of each of these ladies after a hard-fought 10 minutes. And largely you would think it's 1-1 in terms of rounds. That's indeed what the corner of Malecki told her between rounds.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Fantastic corner work in the corner of Malecki. They told her exactly what she needed to hear. They said, listen, she's tired, she's almost finished. And Macedo in between rounds, she was not making sounds that sounded good. At this point, it's really hard. You know, you've got to really dig deep and decide, do you want this or no? How badly do you want it? Can you push through it and find that next gear that you have? We all have it inside us. Are you willing to go there, though? Nice hammer fist.
Big kick to the face landed, and then a hammer fist on the ground. But again, Malecki wants to keep this a striking battle on the feet.
In my
Macedo
opinion,
again with the shot.
Yeah, she's got to stop doing that. Every time she goes for a takedown, she doesn't get it, and then she gets punished on the floor. And Malecki, because she's so tall, she can easily hit her from standing range. Therefore, there's no danger of any kind of submission attack or anything like that. Maybe it's because, and I say this with respect, because Macedo is so tired, obviously takes less energy to lie on the floor than what it does to swing punches. And I'm not trying to be a smart ass by saying that, but, you know, that's what I'm seeing right now.
Combination there from Macedo, meanwhile, while Malecki continues to pump the jab and throw the front kick.
Macedo's still going for it, though.
Swing and a miss on each side there. 90 seconds into this final round here.
Oh!
Step-in knee from Malecki.
Yeah, both ladies connected there. A knee and then the right hand from Macedo.
Macedo now against the fence and just dipping. You can see the exhaustion.
See,
as Malecki takes control again.
Every time she goes for that leg, she doesn't even get close to a takedown, but ends up on the floor. And this could very well be the end of the fight here, because it doesn't look like Macedo has much left in the tank. And on the flip side, Malecki, she's growing in confidence. Her momentum is gaining. It feels good. When you're inside the octagon and you see your opponent is wilting and you've still got lots in the gas tank, you feel great. You're so confident and you just look for the finish. And I feel like we might see this come soon.
Left arm pinned and Malecki staying busy here.
Don't let her yourself. Don't let her hurt your leg. There you go. Stay on the back. Stay on the back.
Now turn from Macedo. Get all your gear at UFCstore.com to be ready for the next fight tonight only. Save 10% on your online purchase using sale code Brasilia. That's B-R-A-S-I-L-I-A in all capital letters. Head on over to UFCstore.com. Just over 2 minutes to go in this one. Front kick to the body. Those are heavy from Malecki, and they've gotten stronger as the fight has gone on.
Yeah, those kicks have been a good weapon for Malecki all night.
Spinning back fist lands. Malecki again walking forward.
See, there it is again. And once again, not even close. Not even close to resembling a takedown. I mean, listen, she's fighting on instinct right now, so I shouldn't be too critical. But she does need to abandon trying for that single leg. Oh!
Getting back to her feet, tips and throws a right hook.
There we go. A little bit on the buzzer, but whatever.
And another one lands. Well, Malecki may be smiling, but she's taking some punches here.
She's taking punches. Macedo is landing punches. They're both landing shots. They are both giving it everything they've got here.
Watch your hips.
Another swing five Macedo before she circles to her left. Meanwhile, it's Malecki doing all the advancing as she's done for most of this fight.
You know, when you look at Macedo, when you look at Macedo though, she's so tired, but she cannot throw any other way than everything she's got, which I absolutely love. She's looking for the knockout in every single shot. And those kicks, they've been on the money for Malecki all night.
Final 50 seconds here. Malecki again lands up top and goes back to the body with the kick.
You know, this third round is still relatively close because both
look
ladies
at
connected.
Lands.
Yeah, 4 hooks there for Macedo. And again, 2 more. Not as strong, but she's still landing.
Oh, a big knee by Malecki, but she finds herself on the bottom. Exactly what Macedo wanted. Meanwhile, Malecki explodes back to her feet immediately.
Well, they say make sure you leave it all inside the octagon when your coaches are getting you ready for a fight. I'm telling you what, they have left it all inside the octagon. Look at this.
Malecki swinging. Final 15 seconds coming up. Malecki trying to control things now and is forced to clinch along the fence.
Big knee
from Malecki.
And again.
Staying busy through the final horn are these two bantamweights.
Throwing to the last second.
How about that? Veronica Macedo and Bea Malecki go the distance. We'll see the judges, how the judges saw this one when we come back. UFC Fight Pass is the new exclusive home for LFA. Catch a full slate of action in 2020. Sign up for UFC Fight Pass today. And now, for the judges' scorecards, after some heavy action here between these two ladies, here's Joe Martinez.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges score it 29-28. Your winner by unanimous decision, and still undefeated, Malecki!
So Malecki gets it done here in Brasilia to start off our night. She improves to 4-0. That's the first fight she's had that's gone the distance, but she takes rounds 2 and 3, and it's a perfect 2 for 2 in the UFC.